Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Wednesday, September 22nd, and this local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. Palm Coast City Council votes to maintain the city's ban on commercial vehicles in residential driveways in a vote 3-2. Amy Cherry has details.
Though they may consider putting the issue up for referendum in the future, but discussion on the issue didn't come without a fight. Mayor David Alfin voted to keep city code as is, maintaining the ban, along with Councilman Nick Kloufis and Vice Mayor Eddie Branquinho.
We are projecting new growth again as we look forward, and we should manage it smartly. So I am in favor of maintaining the code as currently enforced.
Branquinho and Councilman Ed Danko and Victor Barbosa, who voted to remove the ban, then got into it.
I would like to remind Councilman Danko, you cannot have the cake and eat it too. And let me tell you what I mean. And I mean it with all due respect. You said clearly that minorities have no business being in a referendum because it's not fair. They're in a minority.
That's not quite what I said.
Okay, but
can I?
No, sir. Please let me finish.
Well,
He's allowed to attack everybody up here, but we can't say nothing to him.
I just want
to. Would you stop? I'm talking.
I just want
to talk to the people. Don't talk to us.
I could.
I'm tired of this. You're being a little kid.
You out of order. You out of order.
People, not
You're
to us.
out of order.
Stop attacking.
You out of order.
You're out of order, and I'm tired of it.
You
I've
out
been
of
sitting
order.
here quiet,
You out
listening
of order,
to your
sir.
garbage.
You out of order.
And the attacks between Palm Coast City Council members didn't end there. At the end of Tuesday's meeting, Councilman Nick Kloufis commented on Council's overall conduct.
Decorum matters, and we're sitting up here and we're representing our constituents, and we're arguing about interrupting one another when we're committing the same acts ourselves. And I just wanted to state that, Facebook politics doesn't work either. That's not how we should be representing ourselves, and that's not what our constituents deserve.
Councilman Ed Danko fired back, telling Kloufis he should heed his own advice.
Councilman Kloufis, I might remind you that a couple weeks ago you were on a podcast from Ask Flagler where you spent the majority of your time just simply attacking me, accusing me of wanting to dip into the reserve fund. I didn't vote for that, sir. I voted against the budget. It was the mayor's idea. He was the one who wanted to dip into the reserve fund. And I might remind you, you went along with that and voted for it. All right? So stop putting words in my mouth. Stop accusing me of things I haven't done. You somehow have the thoughts in your brain that you're smartest person sitting up here. You're like half our age, kid. All right? Maybe when you grow up someday, you'll learn a few things. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. I watched you make smirks at Victor while he was talking, make your little stupid faces.
A second and final public budget meeting is scheduled for 5:30 p.m. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
Residents in one local community will be paying a bit more in taxes. John Arking reports.
The Bunnell City Commission unanimously voted to raise the city's millage rate approximately 1 mil to 7.43 mils. The additional $243 that the increase will create is mainly planned to be used to purchase land for a new city hall and police department headquarters. Bunnell City Manager Dr. Alvin Jackson.
A few weeks ago, we took to the board a recommendation, and that recommendation was to purchase about 2 acres off of Flagler Commerce Parkway, lot number 4. The board agreed to enter into agreement to purchase the lot for $228,000. And basically we're in our due diligence period where we actually done the appraisal. We are doing the soil testing, the environmental. We have the survey completed.
Jackson says the due diligence period will be up in November. Their efforts are now focused on making sure that the land they're looking at will be the appropriate site. Both the original City Hall and the recently vacated facility on Moody Boulevard have become unusable due to water intrusion. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office is warning residents about a puppy scam. Karen Johnson has more.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office has received dozens of complaints about puppy scams throughout the county. Since 2020, there have been 10 cases reported to the FCSO and 20 cases reported to the Flagler Beach Police Department. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says, lately, potential pet owners have responded to ads on sites like Craigslist and social media platforms. farms. Victims show an interest in a puppy listed for sale, move forward with the process to reserve a puppy, put down a deposit or entire amount, and the seller disappears.
If you're looking for a new pet, be wary of people that are discounting pets at a huge discount, because you're probably never going to see the pet or your money.
Sheriff Staley says to watch for these red flags. The seller wants to communicate only by email and not over the phone, and wants money wired or through gift cards. He adds if the seller claims to be a breeder or from a rescue organization, ask for registration information. And best of all, he says if you're looking to add a four-legged companion to your family,
You can always help out a homeless pet by adopting one from the Flagler County Humane Society.
For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
COVID pretty much put the brakes on everything last year, so how has that affected the Flagler Auditorium?
Amelia Fulmer, the director of the Flagler Auditorium, says they're reliving the past.
We're doing a lot of shows that were supposed to come 2021 that we had to move to the next year. Okay. We even have some of the shows that were scheduled in 2020, like One Night in Memphis. That show is now being done in 22. So just had to put everything ahead of time.
Fulmer said as COVID hit, they scrambled to make their last show in the auditorium.
Our last show was Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis. They were here. They put on a fabulous show, but we were holding our breath the entire time, and I was on the phone with Bob Snyder at the health department trying to make sure it was okay for us to be open. We pushed everybody in, pushed everybody out with a prayer, and got through it. And then after that, everything started shutting down, and we had to cancel the next 4 shows.
Fulmer said that a while later, they realized that the auditorium would allow for patrons to sit 6 feet apart. As they say in the business, the show must go on. Tomorrow, who pays for the Flagler Auditorium? From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.